Hey there, great to see everybody. I'm WTOL11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. Appreciate you joining us here on our WTOL11 YouTube page or on WTOL11 Plus. Hey, it's just another great way that we remain steadfast to be connected with you, to talk the latest and greatest in our weather information, but also how about trick or treating coming up here for our Halloween. I know many people anxiously waiting what that Halloween forecast is looking like, especially toward trick or treat time. So we'll get into the latest on that. But did you enjoy it? Back-to-back record highs. October 30th hit a record high of 79 degrees, besting the old record of 1971, where we hit 77 degrees. So really had some incredible warmth. And that warmth this time of the year to get close to 80 degrees back-to-back days is quite rare territory. So we certainly felt our fair share of warmth. We're going to detail not only the warmth that we've had right now, we're also going to talk your trick-or-treat forecast, but how about a peek into early November? And I'm going to give you some real honest thoughts about what's going on with our weather pattern and talk what's going to be ahead. So our high Wednesday did reach 79 degrees, besting another record high. The old record, which I mentioned, stood at 77. Back in 1971 was the last time that hit. So what's going to be the expectation now that we've got that record high stuff all taken care of for Halloween? Windy and warm weather, gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour will be possible, so hang on. It is going to be blowing around. If you've got those Halloween inflatables out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe a big Frankenstein or skeleton or some other pumpkin. Make sure it's tied down, battened down, because those winds are really going to be blowing things around. Halloween forecast is going to be windy nearly all day. Showers that roll into the area close to lunchtime. I'm going to say noon to 6 p.m., which means timing may be perfect for area trick-or-treating to dry out by about 6 p.m. Let's dive right into it. What's that trick or treating forecast? I'll carry the chance of an isolated shower still lingering between 6 to 7 p.m. That chance will be greater east of I-75. So if you're here in the Toledo Metro, best chance we dry out by 6 p.m., which means those kiddos can head out there and enjoy really a spectacular evening for trick-or-treating. It will be windy, gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour. Dips us back into the lower 60s by 8 p.m. So windy, but it certainly beats what we had last year. And if you recall that, do you remember it? Our record snowfall for October 31st at 7/10 of an inch of snow. Nothing like that in store as we get into Halloween this year. But I will detail the latest weather conditions. I've had some of those higher thin clouds increase across the area. What we're watching, though, is a strong cold front, and this is really dividing the nation at this point. Warm air to the east, colder air to the west and to the north. In fact, severe weather is going to be expected tonight across eastern Kansas, Oklahoma, and into parts of Missouri, where they could see not only strong to severe storms, but tornadoes out there toward Kansas City down to Oklahoma City. No expectation of any severe weather in our area tonight, and just a limited chance of some thunder that will be possible tomorrow. That enhanced outlook, though, has been showing up from Oklahoma City to Wichita, Kansas, up to Kansas City. Yeah, and that could include the risk of some stronger tornadoes tonight. Late October is a season where we do see the clash of air masses. Now, we have winds that have been gusting through the afternoon, now still gusting about 20 to 30 miles per hour, so breezy but very warm weather across the region. Those higher wind gusts will stick around into Halloween. Those winds will gust at times in the morning 30 to 35 miles per hour. So those winds will still remain elevated really the first thing in the morning. Those winds are going to be gusting upwards to 40 miles per hour as that cold front comes through. And this is going to be close to lunchtime, so right around noon. Early afternoon, those winds will peak out as that front approaches the area, and once that front rolls through, most areas 3 to 6 p.m., that's when our last chance of a shower will exist. Could get a rumble of thunder in a few isolated areas, so we'll keep close eyes on that. But wind gusts toward trick-or-treating, they're still going to stay elevated, 30 to 40 miles per hour. Are going to be some of the peak wind gusts as we go through your trick-or-treat time. Now, how about rain chances? I know the costumes, a lot of times they depend on if you need a raincoat or an umbrella. And I don't anticipate we're going to be needing that activity or those items due to the fact that we're going to see that rain chance end earlier in the evening. So here we go. Warm weather tonight. Overnight lows, they're going to hold steady in the mid to even upper 60s. An exceptionally warm start to our Halloween morning. Temperatures in the upper 60s towards 7 a.m. Rain chances will begin to increase late morning through early afternoon. And here's the better chance of rain. It's going to be just after lunchtime. Some showers that roll into the area. It's around the time that we're going to see the high of the day close to the mid mid-70s. Once that rain chance picks up, that really is going to limit how much we're going to be able to warm from there. We'll stay in the lower 70s through 4 p.m. Here comes that cold front. It's going to whip into the area as we go after 4 p.m. 4 to 6 p.m. that front's going to make some progress through the area. And by 6 p.m., notice our WTOL 11 weather forecast is all week long. We haven't been scaring you with that rain chance. Overall, it's going to be a fairly low chance of rain into the evening. Nothing spooky about this one. That front will bring windy weather, but likely most areas will be dry by 6 p.m. 7 p.m. rolls around. The chance of showers really essentially diminishes to almost nothing by 7 to 8 p.m. as trick or treating wraps up. So if you have those costumes ready to go, make sure they're tied on tight because it is going to be windy through the evening. Wind gusts again up to 40 miles per hour. Halloween forecast for Thursday. Could even be some of those Halloween parties for the kids that maybe are toting those costumes off to school. Some showers through early to mid-afternoon. They'll taper off late afternoon, and by about 5 to 6 p.m., most of the area will be drying out. Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 40. Perhaps even just beyond 40 for a brief time in the early afternoon. That chance of rain haven't budged all week, right around a 40% chance of rain. 66 towards 6 p.m. toward trick or treating. And as 7 p.m. rolls around, low to mid 60s will be showing up. Now, I mentioned it before. Do you remember last year for Halloween? How incredible. We had 7/10 of an inch of snow. It was just a major blitz of snow that came right around trick-or-treating time. Ironically enough, we've got a similar front that's coming into the area on Halloween. It's just going to be about 25 to 30 degrees warmer, so there is no snow threat. It's all going to be in the form of rain. In fact, we'd be more likely to get a clap of thunder as that front rolls through. It was our snowiest Halloween on record last year. I know you probably have the pictures and maybe showing up in some of your Facebook memories of that snow that really blitzed into the area. Now, typically, it's unusual to get snow on Halloween. 119 years that we've recorded, we had no snow. 4 years, we had a trace of snow, and only 3 years we had measurable snow on Halloween, so it was truly rare territory to be in the midst of that snow into Halloween. So there's the forecast the next several days. 74 degrees on Thursday. Rain chances will favor the afternoon hours, drying out into the evening for trick-or-treat time. Cooler and dry Friday, 57, 58 on Saturday, and then upper 50s on Sunday. There will be some rain chances returning back into the area Sunday, and I've made those adjustments to the forecast. It is looking like a cooler and possibly wet end of the weekend on Sunday. Keep in mind, Sunday we do fall back an hour. The annual, I suppose, tradition that we'd still do on the first Sunday in November, sunset time is going to be noticeable. 5:25 is when we get sundown time on the 3rd of November. Now, I've thrown this out there, and I kind of just wanted you to think about it for a minute and consider what our options are, because so many people have said, can we just do away with this time change thing? So what would we do? What could we do? You have two options here, outside of keeping it the way that we've been doing it. If we kept standard time in June, we would see sunrise at 4:59 and sunset time in the peak of summer at 8:12. December, we would have sunrise time on December 21st, 7:57 and 5:06, similar to what we see right now. Now, if we keep daylight saving time, which a lot of people propose, sunrise on June 21st, typical of what we would see, that wouldn't change. 6:59 is when sun would be rising. 9:12 is when sun would be setting. Here's the kicker about this one, though. If we kept daylight saving time on December 21st, sunrise in the morning wouldn't be till nearly 9 a.m. Could you do that? Dark in the morning for quite a bit of time, but sunset time on December 21st, we're accustomed to 5 p.m. darkness, would be light till after 6 p.m. So there's pros and cons to how we could change this up if we did change it up going forward into the future. Bottom line, it's happening this Sunday. We're going to turn the clocks back Sunday at 2 a.m. Good a reminder, test the smoke alarms. You will gain an hour of sleep, so maybe you're not quite as grumpy Sunday morning. And the sun will set an hour earlier at 5:25. So what's that 10-day forecast looking like? It is just jam-packed with busyness. Halloween, windy, showers going to be likely early afternoon through and ending near dusk. That record high, 80 degrees, that is going to be safe. I don't anticipate we're going to hit that record high. 57 Friday, 58 on Saturday. Upper 50s will continue as we go into Sunday Wednesday, the chance of showers returning back into the area. And then next week, Monday and Tuesday, we surge right back towards 70 or warmer. And Election Day, we could see highs mid-70s, windy and warm with rain chances on Tuesday. And then cooler conditions, more typical of what we'd say of this point in November, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to round out that 10-day forecast. We'll dip back into the 50s, but some traditional ups and downs that we get this time of the year, from the warmest day being Halloween and Election Day to many days that are in the 50s in between. Says overall it's going to keep our averages warmer than average as we head into the November season. Hard to believe we're racing through and into the end of October and early November. Really hope you appreciate checking in here on WTOL 11 Plus. I think we had some fun here and on YouTube. Appreciate those that have joined in on our live stream on YouTube as we've really gotten things going. Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers here breaking down all things that have been unfolding with our weather. Talked a lot about trick or treating and then our outlook into early November. Once again, I appreciate you being here along with us. I'm WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. This live stream, something we hope to continue to do in the future, just to keep you connected here on YouTube and on WTOL 11 Plus and various social platforms. Good to see you this evening. I want to wish you a safe and happy Halloween, and make sure you keep an eye on those kids if they're out trick-or-treating. Be safe and be cautious and enjoy the warm weather one more day as we get into Halloween for trick-or-treating. Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers here telling you have a great night.